United and defiant. Jay-Z, Beyonce, their daughter Blue Ivy, and Beyonce's mother Tina Knowles are sending a clear message that they're standing by the music mogul in the wake of shocking rape allegations leveled against him and P. Diddy. The power couple and 12-year-old Blue Ivy surprised everyone by unexpectedly showing up at the red carpet premiere of the Lion King prequel, Mufasa.
Rafiki, keep going.
Blue Ivy is the voice of the character Kiara. She looked all grown up at the side of her parents, wearing a billowy gold-colored gown. The family did not talk to reporters.
She only 12 years old? No way. She 12 years old? She looked like she about 17, 18 years old. She only 12? What are they putting in the food?
Last night, but Jay-Z issued a scathing denial to accusations he raped a 13-year-old in the year 2000 at an after-party following the MTV VMAs. He's calling it an attempt at blackmail. Tina Knowles' appearance comes after she seemed to like an article detailing the accusations against her son-in-law. But Tina posted, "I was hacked. As you know, I do not play about my family, so if you see something uncharacteristic of me, just know that it is not me."
Yeah, I think that there's two things at play here. Number one, I still don't agree with that. I don't believe it. I don't care what anybody says. I don't believe in convicting people in the court of public opinion. With the popularity that Jay-Z had in 2000, there's no way in the world you're going to ever convince me that he was ever participating with Diddy with a 13-year-old. You got to prove that, and also the idea behind how things played out when it came to the lawyer and the type of lawyer and his reputation of who he's represented and how he's played this out. I think that anybody is looking for anything that takes down people that get powerful enough. Interestingly enough, I did see this CNN correspondent, this lawyer that was breaking down Jay-Z's response to what was going on with these accusations, and I wanted to take a look at that also.
This morning, rap mogul Jay-Z is denying allegations he sexually assaulted a 13-year-old girl alongside rapper Sean Diddy Combs. That civil lawsuit filed against Combs in October was amended Sunday to include Jay-Z. The accuser, identified only as Jane Doe, says she was sexually assaulted by both men at a Video Music Awards after party in 2000. In a blistering statement, Jay-Z accuses Jane Doe's attorney of trying to blackmail him. He said further, quote, "These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree?" He added, "My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people." Joining us now, Joey Jackson, CNN legal analyst and criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor. There's a lot to unpack here. Joey, I want to start with just the statement from Jay-Z, which is so forceful in its denial. I just read a teeny part of it. It's long, where he says that they should file a criminal complaint. Is that even possible at this point?
So based on the allegations, Jessica, good morning, good to see you. I think that it certainly could be. Why do I say that? Now, he, of course, is more than annoyed, would be an understatement. He has a family and he has a lot to protect, including his brand. But to the extent that he's saying, hey, come after me criminally, that could be likely. Why do I say that? Because rape in New York, and what's alleged in this complaint, is forcible compulsion. What that means in English is that it's saying that he held her down, raped her, and that, of course, the allegation is that Mr. Combs did the same thing. And so if those facts are actually accurate, it would require an investigation by prosecutors. And if true, right, you could pursue it criminally. Now, with respect to the evidentiary value, yes, it happened 24 years ago, right, more than 24 years ago. But in the allegations, there's a few things. Number one, there's allegation that another celebrity was present at the time, right, in addition to other people. Number two, there's the claim by the victim, right, that she left, that she went and she was seen by a gas attendant who saw her in distress. Number three, that she phone called her dad, who showed up, the 13-year-old, and now removed her. So civil complaint, simply allegations, needs to be proven in a court of law, but if true, it could rise to the level of criminality, and, you know, we'll see what happens off the
So you called your father, which you need permission, I would assume, to be out in that type of environment in the first place. You called your father, and your father just came and picked you up, and that was the end of the conversation. Again, I'm not going for it. I know it's easy to villainize and criminalize anybody that's a part of the industry. There's people out here acting like they know what's going on and that they was there as far as giving their opinion, not actually saying that they was there, but acting like just because they tried to become a singer or a dancer, that then validates the fact that they know what's going on in these places. I'm not going for it. I don't believe it by default. I don't believe anybody that accuses just by default this type of thing. You got to prove it. And everybody that I've talked to, woman that I've talked to, they've had a come to Jesus moment. Excuse me. They've had a come to Jesus moment where I asked them, I said, listen, if this type of thing happened to you, would you want to pay out or would you want the person to actually go to jail to file a criminal complaint? They said that I would want the person to burn and go to jail. So I'm always curious as to why these civil complaints pop up and they don't actually go with the criminal complaint. But again, I always look at the source. I look at the lawyer. I look at the shakedown. I look at the fact that they're popular. And I look at the fact that we don't even know who this person is. It could be the brick lady. Who knows? We seen her last night. If the brick lady went up there, because again, what if it's a booger wolf? I'm just not going for it, bro.
DA looks and investigates.
So what happens now?
So what happens now is this is simply a civil complaint. And in a civil complaint, it goes through the technical legal process. Now, the distinction, Jessica, between civil and criminal, of course, is that civil is for monetary damages, right? The system can only reward you with money. There's allegations that this 13-year-old is suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, suffered depression, etc. So now you go to fact-finding, right? Before that, just briefly, there was a demand letter sent. And a demand letter is a letter being sent by a lawyer saying, hey, I don't have to sue you. We can sit, we can mediate it. If we reach an agreement, it never sees the light of day.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So anybody can send a demand letter. You can get a lawyer, send a demand letter and say, hey, man, pay me and I won't file a lawsuit. And people take that as evidence that Jay was participating as though, again, I think that anybody, the reason why this is important is because I just don't like the court of public opinion in this social media era. And then B, because everybody is a jailhouse lawyer all of a sudden. And then B, this sets a precedent against men. And I've seen too many men that went through this whole thing, regular everyday guys that go through being accused of something that they didn't do. And now it's okay just because it just so happens to be a celebrity that y'all supported and y'all loved and y'all celebrated, and then all of a sudden you don't like him and everybody want to see him burn. I just think that people are fickle. They pick and choose the times that they want to rock. I've seen more people actually holding down and supporting R. Kelly for things that they knew was going on and that they actually seen him on a tape versus a Jay. And there's no evidence. We don't know who this person is. We don't know none of that. No details, nothing. It's just somebody can send a demand letter and then anybody can literally file a lawsuit at any time against anybody. And people take that to mean that it's actually true. I don't know. I got a difference of opinion. I stand 10 toes down on that. And until you prove me wrong or until something actually comes out that substantiates this argument, I'm still not going. I'm still not rocking. And it may not be the popular opinion to have, but it's what I really believe. And so, you don't have to necessarily respect that. But at the same time, I'd rather be a person that actually state what I really believe than be a fair weather and then pick and choose depending on what's popular at the time. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Also, Teach Henley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Get your tickets. Come and kick it with me in person. Let's talk about it in person. December 14th in Detroit. That's this weekend. If you're going to be in the area, come holler at your boy. All of that information is in the description. I love you. I appreciate you. Let's talk about it.